Welcome everybody back to the final chapters of our Save Our Ship Final Magic Spaceship Adventures, where we are in the middle of building our ultimate monstrosity. Now, I've done a little bit more work on it since yesterday. Not a huge amount, just basically continuing on with things we'd already started. More specifically, building a lot of rooms here, making sure they are all sealed up has been the top priority there. Oh shit, what have they destroyed? They have taken something apart there, haven't they? We'll worry about that later. Got the last of the kind of engines in place. Currently, everybody's working on another cooling section, because again, I want to decentralize some of it. Make sure that these are kind of spread across the ship. That way we've also always got some little spare heating capacity if necessary. But I've gone a little bit ham on the engine, specifically because I think right now... Oh, I shouldn't have pressed that button, should I? With all those engines selected. Shit. Ready for launch. So we've got enough chem fuel for the ship as it stands currently. I'd like to be able to see exactly what we need, though. Shit. Well, what we need to do, realistically, is keep building the ship, as we are right now, but leave a section of the ship, maybe kind of to mirror the... Because obviously on this side of the ship, we've got the recreation area. We don't need another one of those on this side, so we can leave that area free for more engines. The last thing we want to do is build everything we need and then find out that, you know, we're kind of boxing this area in now. There's no more room to build more engines, but we need more. So we've got enough for the ship as it is right now, but we might only have like 1,000 chem fuel margin of error, if that makes sense. So some of the criticism I've seen so far then is not using enough of the auto repair units, specifically these things, the architect nanoconstructors. So we need to put a few of those around the vessel, generally as many as possible. Bear in mind, those immediately reconstruct and put out fires, so those absolutely everywhere. Basically cram them into every free space possible. We can fill that entire central section of the ship with them if we really feel like something like that. The other big suggestion too is being, well, there were two comments actually. One person said shield the generators a little bit more, otherwise we are in a lot of trouble because it is just going to cause chain reaction, which I agree with. Another comment said to recess the gun back a little bit more and put a bit more shielding over it. Now, we can kind of kill two birds with one stone there. If we just take the wall tool and just kind of build more lines of it, basically up to the top there. So was that 10, 12, starting from this block here, I believe. Oh, God, how the hell did I start that? Roughly about there? Oh, yeah, that's it. So we can just kind of build out like that. And if we bring the gun back, I don't know, like a block or two, as we build this front section up, it is going to both cover the reactors and cover the central cannon a little bit more. Somebody said they didn't have a firing arc, which is the one thing I was concerned about. Otherwise, you could recess it all the way back down here, and as long as we can't get through the shields, then you're good. But I want to give it just a little bit more chance in the weird event that the shields do go down. I have no idea if that's even remotely likely at this point, let's be honest. So we're up to big number. Grid heat capacity Zord. Oh, there we are. I have to recalculate. I see. Yeah, see, our grid heat capacity is still not massive, is it? I think we need much more heat capacity overall. That's probably what we're going to fill a lot of this empty space with. Maybe some of these little rooms back here as well. Mainly because that ship, the last ship that we fought, somebody pointed out that obviously had another factor of 10 heat cooling on top of what we've got right now. So that's going to be a significant amount of area covered by coolers. One thing I wanted to do, and I actually put down a workbench to start working on this, to see what we need for the Doom Caller torpedo. So steel, that we can produce easily. Chem fuel, not so easily, but not impossible. Nano kits are quite tricky to come across, aren't they? Do we craft nano kits of the hive mind, correct? Or it might be in the just regular Arco workbench. We'll put one of those down anyway. One of those, I think. I got rid of the hive mind actually in this building, just because I'm trying to reduce the amount of things that are moving and doing stuff and animated things like that. So I've taken away the wind turbines and shit as well. Just trying to keep the game alive as long as possible, at least just to get this thing into orbit, and then we can abandon our poor little base here, because at that point it will be, you know, it served its purpose. It was a base for us to get into space to build and collect all the resources we need. I did remove my my spare. I don't know how they got there, to be honest with you. I just noticed it when I was editing. There were some other ones there in like this weird pattern. God knows what was going on with that. I have removed those as well, because I think we've still got... Actually, I haven't checked up on the Arco Matter in a while. Let's take a look here. Ascended Arco Matter. We're at 1.2 million before. 935... Oh, so we've actually lost a lot. Probably, bearing in mind these things are, what, 2,000 a piece. That's where all the Arco Matter's gone to. Right, got it. That makes a lot of sense. And of course, everything else we've built as well, not to forget the engines. I think use regular Arco. Yeah, they use regular Arco Matter. But yeah, certainly the Arco Matter reactors have definitely contributed massively to to the kind of stack depleting, and I'm not going to complain about that at all. Maybe I just misread something, but that certainly said make Doomcaller torpedo complete. What? Where on earth would they have made that? Doomcaller torpedo. They're not already taking it to a torpedo launcher, are they? Doom. Okay, well, it's not in there. Where the hell did that go then? Doomcaller. Well, if we go shells, clear all, and just go Doomcaller, right? Paste the rest and extract the torpedoes. And then, are any of those Doomcaller torpedoes high explosive? Times 12. I mean, I feel like high explosive torpedoes probably a bit pointless at this point. Maybe MP torpedoes could be useful. I'm not entirely sure with that one. So, the gun is a bit recessed. They're just finishing off the last couple of bricks there. I brought it back about 3 blocks. Yeah, I think it was there. So I put it back about 3 blocks there. Just so it's nicely covered. It's got obviously good shield coverage there. It's got good regular coverage too. I've copied the room that we put that side onto this side, just so we've got even more heat capacity and made sure that's all connected. I noticed it was disconnected down here, so what I've done is I've put the cable back down, and then I realized, oh, the engine's probably going to blow through it, so I did put some under this wall as well there, just to double up on that. Yeah, that's looking alright then. That's all fine, that's all fine. So we need to decide what we're going to do with this segment of the ship. And I think, to be honest with you, how are we looking on power? Grid excess is 31 million there? No, that's 312 million watts excess. Now, the Dragonfire cannons require 12 million apiece. So we could put down another some amount of cannons, I'm sure. I don't know how many 12 million to go into 312 million, I'll be honest with you. We could throw down a few more of those. We could put down some variety as well, because I'm not entirely sure if different guns are intended for different situations. Like, for example, the Borealis. Whether or not that would be good to throw a few of these down in here as well. Throw a few of the Dagons down. But given that the cost basically just scales up more and more and more, I feel like if you can place down the Dagons, or Dragonfire, sorry, why wouldn't you? Is there anything else? People were saying, like, little weapons for point defense. Like little point defense. I guess little turrets on the external side of the ship for that, right? Okay, we'll see how that goes. I don't know how quite those work. We've got that one. Accurate medium range is very deadly. I have no idea quite how we make point defense turrets, so I'll have to go and look into that. Anyway, let's put down a few of these before I forget. So the Ascended Arcomatter Nano Constructor. It's 200 Ascended Arcomatter apiece. Do we really need them to be built out of the Ascended Arcomatter realistically? Bear in mind, I doubt it'll affect the work speed. I imagine it's just the hit points that it'll change at that point, right? Oh, the good news is it's got 3,000% immunity gain factor. I don't see why it would make any difference, to be honest with you. Okay, well, let's just put a few of these down basically everywhere. So we'll pack this room with them kind of wherever is a sensible area. So we'll kind of pack them in around there. Gonna put a few up here too. There we go. I want to make sure this middle segment is nice and kind of nice and cooled, for lack of better word. So I'll probably just put them in front of the... Not in front of the doors, that's probably a bad idea. But maybe just slightly south of the doors like that. That's got most of these... That'll cover most of the coolers. This may be massively overkill. We'll just kind of see how it goes here. But if we drop those down the south of the doors, covers all of that stuff quite nicely. Don't really care about putting them near the residential area. We can, of course. It's not exactly that expensive, not when we've got this many resources. It's just the kind of time investment that it'll take to actually get that stuff hauled over and worked on. Yeah, I don't think we'll need much more than that, will we? Bear in mind, they have a massive area of coverage anyway. We could obviously put a few around here, where we've got kind of dead space, where nothing's going on. So we'll put a couple down there. Areas like here, which I put down as kind of a passway for our characters. Put a couple down in those as well. Kind of an emergency thing. I'm going to put down a few of these Borealis turrets. Honestly, why not? We might as well have a few extra... A little variety on the ship, right? So we'll put down kind of 5 on each side, if I can fit them in on this side, that is. Not easily. We'll just put down 3 then, obviously, because we've got the recreation area taking up kind of a big chunk of the room there. Let's assume that goes across. We could fit one more in over on this side. Yeah, that's okay, because we're getting a little bit of room back down here. So put those in, and then what are we looking at here? I guess we could put down some more shield breakers. I don't know if we... I really don't know how many we need with regards to the MP turrets. So we've got a bit of room up there. That would be another good prime place to put a couple more of these guys. Put those across the top. Kind of 5 of those seem like a good idea. Bear in mind, they also have the bonus of repairing damage, too, as far as I know. So if this area is getting battered, we obviously want to keep this nice and healthy so that the turrets are defended, because the second they start going down, they're in a little bit of trouble. The past couple of hours have been really, really, really slow. Basically just pasting in a shitload, like an absolute shitload of heat cores. A disgusting amount of heat cores. I don't know what we're up to, actually. 7.777 to the 7th. That's quite good. That was unintentional, I promise you. It was just a nice side effect there. I've got some stuff being reinstalled into the ship. Specifically, I figured we didn't want to bring all the Ultra Combiners, but we will need some for rebuilding and shit like that if it becomes relevant. Now, what I've specifically done is I thought I'd get us up to the area at least where we can pave over this last section. So we've just got that in place now, so we can start putting down the tiles here. But my main focus outside of the ship, obviously, I'm just setting them a goal and just forgetting about it, really. I've been kind of taking apart the old base because I want to commit to this being the final, the final ship. Everybody's going to be on board. We've got room for everybody on it now, so we don't need all these other areas. So we've just got a load of kind of empty, dilapidated buildings kicking around now. This area I'm keeping because it's churning out advanced components, which obviously we quite desperately need. Besides that, though, the kind of biggest change has been removing all the other storage and putting it all on the ship. So we've got everything now going into ship storage, and we've got everything going into the ship freezer there too. Hydroponics bays I've set up to go into ship freezer. The drills are going into ship storage, etc., etc. Just to make things slightly faster. Actually, one thing I did to actually make things slightly faster was cut through here. Provide a little path through the segments of the ship. Oh, look, I didn't put down ship tiles. That was good. Could we actually bothered to come back? Oh, what are you talking about? Too big? It's almost certainly too big, isn't it? Like, comes all the way down there and goes all the way around that side. So I think it's the... Unless it's because I've got this diagonal open, but I doubt it. We don't need to worry about that on the other side. It's just on this side where we've got the whole bloody reactor there. That's a pain in the ass. Whatever, we'll deal with that in a minute. But it's just basically allowing them to cross the ship on what is essentially the midpoint a lot easier. I thought it was quite a nice little extra bit of design. Besides that, pack some more cannons in, basically cover the ship in those nano constructors. We've got quite a lot of those, I will admit, maybe one too many. Architect shield grid is still nice and consistent. I know it doesn't look like it at the bottom there, that's only because they haven't been selected. So really it's a case of what the hell do we want to fill up this other space with. I think more reactors, more coolers, and probably more guns, because I don't know quite whether or not... I mean, 25 Dragonfire cannons is very much ridiculous. We've got 36 Arc-Light cannons, we've got 11 Borealis, and 81 Banisher cannons. I think we need more guns recessed back into the ship, though, because if the front of the ship comes under a lot of fire, this stuff's going to splinter in no time. Is everything else connected up, though, right? What we're going to have to do, what I'll do is kind of one of the final things before we take off. I'll make sure we take off at the end of an episode, and I'll just do this, and I'll show off the heat grid, and I'll pan over it very slowly, and then I can let you guys be a second pair of eyes for me, just in case I've missed connecting something up. But I think I've been pretty thorough with it. I've been blueprinting a lot of stuff, which has led to some weirdness, like shit going on over there. But for the most part, I think I've done an alright job. I can't see anywhere I've missed. Another kind of minor little thing to bring up here, might be worth it for any of you also looking at doing your own playthrough of this. The floor spotlights don't actually allow you to walk over them at full speed for whatever reason. It seems a bit pointless. So I've gone ahead and removed the floor spotlights and replaced them with just wall lamps. Because it does mean that it slows them down quite significantly, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. I put a couple more people in storage too and got rid of all the robots, and that's kind of kept the ticks per second decent. Probably going to start removing all of this, though. Just waiting for them to install the kind of last few segments there. 8,700 and 2,900 is not really a big deal, is it? We've got 27,000. Bear in mind, we've got those drills over there working constantly. We've got drills on the ship working constantly as well. Resources are not really a problem. Now, I've set this up with some very basic builds here. So we've got this one making Doomcaller torpedoes. This one is currently downloading the nanokit recipe. It's just quite a large workload for that, because obviously it's intended for, your characters who are potentially taking Arcotherium, who have all the bonuses, etc., etc., the little workstations too. This is a weird example of a time where the assembler might be less effective than the actual workbench itself, just having someone working at this, because we can't connect the toolboxes up to it, right? If we leave it on for long enough, it's good. So we might have to build a load more assemblers and have them all with a very specialist job. But this thing actually did churn out a few Doomcaller torpedoes, but we're out of, we've got everything we need for it. Bear in mind, ascended arc matter we can generate. Chem fuel we can essentially generate through hydroponics. Steel we can generate infinitely. It's just nano kits. And nano kits are steel and arcotherium, I believe, or something like that. Oh, sorry, arcomatter, plastin and arcomatter, that's it. So we can make all the ingredients we need for the Doomcaller torpedoes ad infinitum, and we just need the ability to actually do so. The other thing I'm going to do before I forget is quickly stick down a biofuel refinery, download the recipe from that, like turn organics into yada yada yada, maybe do it with rice or corn, whatever the hydroponics on the ship generates the most of. I might put down some more hydroponics too, just because I feel like for this, if we also want to make torpedoes, it's probably not going to be enough. We need like, what is it? Like the chem fuel, I can't remember what it's called. The chem fuel generator, you know, the thing that spits out chem fuel kind of every now and then. This is going to take quite a long time to build, so I'm just going to kind of leave them to it now, because this is going to be quite an experience for them. What is it? Steel and plasteel, right? What we should do then, before we do anything else, I'm actually going to go ahead and cancel that, which I know is a bit of a pain in the ass, but this will speed things up in the long term, so bear with me here. Let's go ahead and get rid of all these, and instead, as the first kind of port of call, I can't cancel those for whatever reason, as the first port of call, we'll put some output ports right in the center for steel and plasteel. We'll put down a couple of each, actually, so multiple people can access them. That'll do it. That's fine. And then we'll just quickly get those powered up, and that should save bloody hours. So the floor's just finished. I decided to put down some more engines. To be honest, I might get rid of the Arcotech engines and just go for regular rocket. How close are we to... Shit, we need another 7,000 units of chem fuel. Although, to be fair, we're building 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more rocket engines there. We might be okay. But bear in mind, this area isn't filled yet. Oh, it doesn't give us much overhead, does it? And I don't think we really need any more Arcotech engines. Do we? That just affects how fast we move in ship combat, right? So if we need to retreat or something like that. Shit, man, I don't know. I don't know whether we would just want to leave it there, huh? And just get this area filled out, because the more we fill with engines and rockets, the less bloody damage we're doing in the first place. For the time being, then, let's leave it like that, and then eventually, you know, say that we'd need another 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 chem fuel. We can just remove some of the Arcotech engines. I feel like we're already pretty well covered on that front, huh? So let's not worry about that too much. I guess we'll put down some more power plants. That probably couldn't hurt. And then, I think I want to put down some more... I just disassembled them all, to be honest with you. I was going to say, we could put down some more Ultra Combiners. That probably wouldn't hurt. Oh, little Joris there, trying to tidy it up single-handed, poor guy. Let's go ahead. I left one of them in place just to help tidy it up. Okay. Let's not get carried away here. Let's put down... No, let's get carried away. Let's put down some more guns. I think that's what we're lacking here. I think we need more weaponry. I think we need more DACA. I think we need more explosions. So let's go to the ship storage a second. Actually see how much Arco matter we've got left. 108,000. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Bear in mind, a lot of that is going to come from, you know, having dismantled all of this stuff. 37,000 Arco or 33,000 Arco matter just going to line around there. Say, for example, we have to do a ship redesign in space. The last thing we want to do is be... kind of sitting around waiting for Ultra Commanders to be built, or ripping the ship apart to put down Ultra Commanders to then put it all back afterwards, you know? So I think let's start putting... What about like groups of these weapons? I wonder if that's kind of a waste of space, though, too. Like, I want to put down groups like this and then maybe blueprint that over, but I also don't know if these are the best use of the actual space on the ship. God knows. Let's put down some of these then. Sod it. Why not? Any firepower is good firepower. Worst case scenario, we pull the front ones apart and replace it with more arc-light cannons. I think that's probably not too terrible, huh? So do something like that. Put another corridor on that side. Keeps things nice and symmetrical. So we'll just kind of round that out there. Or not at all. Oh, God, that's hideous. Yikes. I hate that. Shit. Is there any way I can make that look tidy? Not really. It doesn't really matter. Okay, fine. Maybe more power plants, I think, could be necessary. God knows where my blueprints are right now. I've been blueprinting so much shit. There's where I've started cloning the... we've got, like, engine clones. We've got the gun clones. We've got heat conduits where I did all of these rooms down here. It's just a complete state. I want to take a clone of this and get some more power plants down. I think extra power definitely couldn't go amiss. Do something like... Maybe put 2 rows of coolers, though. Just in case that's what we need. Again, I don't really know the good cooler to power plant kind of ratio. We can always stick down a couple extra. There we are, that'll do it. We can put that down there, and then if we just wall over that instead, that wouldn't look too terrible. Do something a little like that. This area I was thinking we could fill with some more coolers. Definitely probably couldn't go amiss. Bearing in mind, we still don't have the same cooling capacity as that ship that we fought the other time. If we do that, we can stick a wall around it? Not really. If we bring that top wall back, we can stick a wall around it. So I'll just do something like that. This is really not going to line up at all. This is going to be hideous. But again, form over function, this ship. I got to try and fight some of these, some of this need to try and tidy things up. We'll do it like that. That's okay. Yeah, we'll do something like that. There we go. And then quickly just go ahead and copy that over. All right, fine. This wall, hideous. If we just go ahead and remove that and put that there, that's a little bit better. Fine, okay, good. It's got another little cooling area there. Then we've got this area of the ship. Shit, man, I don't know what to do there. More dragonfire cannons, you say? Hey, that's a good idea. Right, so we'll put... we'll put down... I would love to fill this room with these dragonfire cannons, but I think it is such fucking overkill. Oh, I suppose there's not really anything... although, hang on. Before I go crazy with this, what's our power consumption right now? We were like... Grid excess stored 150 million over. So we were 312 million. We're now 150 million, so we lost half our power capacity. If we put down more of these, we are going to have to put down some more actual... plants as well, I think. More power plants. Shit, what a mess. Okay. Bear with me here. I might play a bit more fast and loose with this room, to be honest with you. Let's go like this. Let's just cram in as many power plants into this area at the bottom as possible. And if it needs extra cooling, it needs extra cooling at that point. Sod it. Now, we do also have those power cells, don't we? Which are the really unstable ones. Now, those I've been trying specifically not to use because they seem super, super dangerous. Right, I'm going to fucking just cram these in. There we are. That's what we want. We'll replace that wall with like a little walkway again. We'll do something like this. I'm trying to not... I'm trying to cordon off the rooms. Like, for example, this. Trying to keep it all locked within the rooms that are going to be super, super cold. So that our people aren't wandering around in there. But also... I'm getting a bit desperate for space, I feel like. What else have we got in the SOS2 extension? We've got like the Arcomatter power cells. Produces an enormous amount of power fed by Arcomatter. More stable but still volatile. See, that frightens me. Although, if we left that wall up, we can put... Yes, hang on. hang on. If we do that, right, we can fit in a couple more reactors in this central room. There we go. And then if we fill the rest of the space with coolers... Yeah, okay, let's give it a go then. See how this ends up. Might be a terrible idea, but you know what? Probably can't hurt too much. Oh my god, what am I doing? This ship is going to be just fucking madness. Just absolute madness. This puts the first Joris to shame. I think puts the first Joris to shame. Yeah, there you go, that'll do it. And then we got the Dagon cannons obviously in there, that's okay. We could always lift that wall higher and put some more heat cores, because I have a feeling that's already overkill. Man, this is going to be nuts. That's a lot more firepower we've just whacked down there. Oh, look at that. What are we not building here? We're not building the heat cores. Do we just not have... Oh, nano kits. Right, of course. We haven't actually set that up yet to be built by the assembler. Bollocks. Well, it's a good job I came and checked that. Normally, I generally just kind of let him get on with it, but I've been actually keeping an eye on this segment, making sure we've got enough ingredients, because I'm a little bit worried where we've moved the base over. Certain things aren't being produced. And evidently, I mean, it was probably a good shout in hindsight. What are we lacking, then, for the nano kits? 200 Arcomatter, 200 plasteel. You're telling me we don't have that? Oh! Wait, no. Oh, my God. No, we do. What are you talking about? Arcomatter plasteel. Eat! Eat! 200 Arcomatter. We've got 37,000 Arcomatter and 340,000 plasteel. Eat it. What is wrong with you? Maybe it's being all output here. Ah, that'd probably be it. Let's go output settings and drop that down to like 1,500. Let's see if that makes a difference. Yeah, there you go. That's it. All right. Well, that's pretty good that I noticed that. Unfortunately, it's going to take a very long time. I mean, look at this. Holy shit. Might take quite a while. I might get them to manually forge some nano kits, do until X where X is like 100. We might also need to put down some more... Oh, firstly, this could do with tidying up. Let's send them down here to go tidy this up for a start. But we may need to put down some more of the combiners. Particularly because I'm a little bit concerned that might not result in enough. We can stick a few in here. Of course, we can't actually put them down back to back like that, can we? Yeah, let's just get a few of these built as well, just to try and keep on top of the demand. Soon, it's almost there. Only another, I don't know, maybe another hour, and they'll probably finish building, because that's really the limiting factor here. It's not resources or anything. I mean, it hasn't been for the entire ship. It is just quite literally how fast they can build it. How are we looking? This is my biggest dread. How are we looking on the chem fuel front? Yeah, see, this is exactly what I was talking about. We now need 75,000 units of chem fuel, i.e. 75 rocket engines. Oh my god, as if we've only got 74, for fuck's sake. Well, yeah, like I said, we can always swap out some of these engines here and see how that works for us there. Wow, this is coming along nicely, huh? And I assume we've got more than enough ascended arco matter. 2004, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yeah, we've got more than enough to get the Dragonfire cannons off the ground there and ready to go. Shit, what have I done? This is a mess. This is a complete mess. But the final thing is to get these built, which we're still lacking the nano kits for. Power conduits and thermal conduits. I've been very careful about making sure they're all placed down. So I've got them kind of planned out around here. Still waiting on some to be built. You can kind of see them a little bit better around here. But when that's done, my god, I think it's actually ready to fly. So we've ended up with 36, wow, way higher. 36 Archotech Dragonfire cannons, 22 Borealis, 11 Dagons, 47 Arclights, and 81 Banishers, along with a total of 62 Ascended Arco reactors, all of which I forgot to put on overdrive, I believe. So how are we looking with the power excess now? Oh, yeah, that'll fucking do it, huh? There's me worried that we might not have enough power when I forgot to, I think, put almost all of them on overdrive. I think these ones and these ones definitely. Maybe the center ones I remember to turn on. Some aren't connected. Bear in mind the Dragonfire cannons, yeah, aren't connected. Just while we wait for Don and Ice Wolf and everyone to piss around with the final power conduits there. Oh, right, I cleared this space, didn't I, for a bit more. We've got to put down ship tiles. That's the final thing I've got to check as well. Just kind of make sure everything's sealed in. Especially in areas like this where, of course, it's vacuum. So that we've got to make sure is sealed in. But let's take a quick glance over things here. You can see where we started to build it, and then I kind of cut it off and replaced it with more stuff later on. I think shit like that will probably sort itself out when we get into space. From the looks of it, though, we are okay. Wow, this is a fucking mess, huh? Jesus. That thing's still forging nano kits. It's still taking it quite a while, even though it's at 140% speed. But, of course, that will be the case. Man, the question is whether or not it's sustainable, you know? That's the big problem here. I think the ship itself is going to hit fucking hard. But I think the problem with it is whether or not we can keep up the need for the ice crystals. Keep up the need for the, you know, the food and the chem fuel. The Doomcaller torpedoes are going to be a real challenge. So we can always add extra stuff on, though. You know, there is room to add extra stuff on. Here's the absolute craziest part. You remember the ship we fought last time with the, you know, with the multiple spinal lasers towards the left-hand side? That ship had a heat capacity to the 8, right? We've only got, even now, after everything, 7.784 10 to the 7. Which is insane that thing managed to pull off such an absurd heat capacity. I'll be honest, I don't quite know how they did it, unless I'm misremembering. I don't know how the hell they pulled that off. Wow, there we go. Basically, at this point, finished. Joris Ascendant is what I've named this vessel. Joris Ascendant, 130 notoriety, hasn't even taken off yet. That's how much the galaxy fears the Joris Ascendant. It hasn't even taken off, and they are already shitting themselves. And that's the attitude that I want. That is the reaction I want to the Joris Ascendant. We haven't fueled that one yet. Shit. Okay, well, that's alright. I'm sure they're on it. I think we're ready. Emphasis on think. Let's quickly do a once-over and make sure everything's in place. Seems to be good there. Oh, I've got to replace the engines, haven't I? So besides that, I think we're good, though. The rooms look as if they are all roofed. We've got, let's go for the thermal. I will admit, I went a bit mad with the thermal cables because I was getting a bit annoyed with it. I think it's fairly safe to say everything is connected on a thermal level. If you guys see anything... Oh, look at this. What's going on here? Oh, no, it's connected around there. We're good. If you guys see anything, what I'll do is I'll very slowly pan through some of it now. If you see anything that's slightly wrong or slightly fucked up, please let me know, and we'll get it sorted as soon as possible. Might be difficult to access some parts of it now. Bear in mind, some of it has been built over or cut off since we've done some extra work on it there. This is all just obviously just a massive mesh, so not a problem at all. Certainly looks alright, doesn't it? And then power cables next. Let's quickly take a look at that, because that's also caught us out in the past. Oh my god. You know what? I think that one's a fairly safe bet. They haven't finished this yet, but we're just gonna... We'll let them do that in their own time. Like, if the ship relies on 27 heat cores compared to the however many we've already got, thousands, then we've got a bigger problem. I think we're ready. Let's get our boys out of storage. Eject sleeper. Friends, everybody, get on board. Let's get into space. Joris? Somebody fetch for my Joris. Expand allowed area. We're going to go manage area. We're going to boom, 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 boom. Get out of here. New area 1, also known as the Joris zone. We're going to put that right there. Animals, Joris. Into the Joris zone, please. Where is he? He's ready. He knows what time it is. Oh, of course we've got to block this up too, you moron. Or maybe put like an airlock there or something. There we go. Okay, so that's actually what we've got to finish on. And of course the engines as well. So we'll get that tidied up very, very quickly. Oh shit, you're gonna make me take them apart. And how much are we lacking? So those ones aren't even fueled yet. Oh, okay. Hang on. So if we say, if we say we got 70 rocket engines, no, we've got more than that. 68. Hang on. Let's do that. We've got 74. What do we need to take off? 79. So if we go ahead and take away 5 of these, and then replace those with regular chem fuel engines, in theory, I think we're good. Oh, we missed a couple of these too. What do they need? 0 crystals. We've definitely got enough 0 crystals. I'm certain we've got enough 0 crystals. Narcomata pods. Was ready to harvest. Well, I'll fucking harvest it then, man. Oh, look at how slow the poor game is. Oh, good lord. So everybody's drafted. Engines are down and fully fueled because we have a boatload of corn. To be fair, we should be turning peppers into chem fuel, not corn. Everything's good. I think we're ready to launch. Everybody's drafted. Joris is in position. Are we ready? We can launch. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to hit the save button. Is that fair? I think we're going to save it here. Then we're going to blast off. And we're going to see if we can actually get into orbit in one piece. Actually, you know what? To all those people telling me to disable the shields before we take off, well, guess what, Stinky? There's no button for that. There's no disable shields button. Not until you're in space. You mean I'd have to turn them all off manually? And I'll be honest, on my list of things to do, that's not up there. Well, we got 2 spare doom callers? What the fuck? Okay. Senpai, you aboard. Thank you. Thank you for bothering. I think everything is nicely sealed. Do you see any vacuums going in there? No, we're looking all right. Okay, round 2. Let's try this shit again. Launch the ship. Oh, now Joris isn't on board. Oh, it's okay. It's alright. He's on there. Well, the good news is we got back into space and immediately we're in another ship battle. You poor boy. Heavy fighter, by the way. Heavy fighter. Oh, look, none of this shit's connected now. I'm still convinced that when we're taking off here, it's leaving behind power cables or something. Why is it not connected? Yeah, look, it's cut the power cables. These were quite clearly on when we were on the planet. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Let's get this hooked up just as fast as possible, really. Some of those through there. That'll probably do it, I think. How are we looking on the heat front? Fucking atrocious, but there's nothing I can do about that. There's no actual heat, I should point out. Also, I should say there's no fire. Mainly because we've got so many of those things that are putting out the fires as fast as they're spawning at these things here. Nothing's actually catching fire. It is just depending on us that we've got to bring the heat levels down pretty quickly, though. Do you guys really want to go in there to roof over the engines and refuel it? Really? Did they actually manage to hit us with the fucking rocket then? What the hell was that? I feel like something just blew up randomly. Hang on. What did you manage to get through those shields? Well, an EMP, I guess. How's that looking? Any better? Has that turned things on? Hey, there we go. Much nicer. I like the fact that the room is glowing red as if it's on fire, but it's still minus 273. I'm getting a little overkill on those coolers. Okay, I think everything's back and good now, right? Oh, Hoax is finishing off some of those things. I guess they had some resources delivered to it. Right, okay. See, I want to fire everything, but I don't want to fire the torpedoes. So I'm going to go ahead and extract all on those. Because, you know, those are a rare thing. I'm going to say select all weapons. I'm going to say select all weapons if I can find the button. Oh my god, that's not even all weapons because we've got a limit to it. Okay, all the Dragonfire cannons. Boom. All of these. Boom. All of these guys. Boom. And our banishers. Have I forgotten some, maybe? Borealis. Pretty sure we've got the arc light cannons, but just to double check, and then the Dagons. You may fire when ready. Oh, you poor boy. Do not go gently into that good night. Oh no, your shields. And it was at that moment Doherty realized he had made a horrible mistake. Oh my god. Ship battle 1. You could say that, yeah. You could say something like that, couldn't you? And all of those projectiles proceeded to destroy a space school bus full of orphan children. Wow, that was something, huh? I'm gonna go and attack a trade ship or something that could take a few more hits. Really see the devastating side effects of this thing. Well, that was nice. Good work, everyone. All right, shields up, because we are in a, I think temperature's dealt with. We're in a precarious position whereby everything works now. We know that for a fact, but we're not sure how effective we're going to be against other ships designed by people who know what they're doing. So, let's get these shields online. We'll make sure the shields are still connected up properly. You're going to just walk around inside the engine core. That's okay, not a problem. Are these things coming back online, or what's going on there? Have it cut through the power cables, or it was just a delay? It's such a complex and massive power net. Oh no. There's no life support, and I blasted a fucking polar bear into space. The mental image of him, like, thrashing around, knocking the tables over, projectile vomiting over everywhere as Don just walks past to repair the power grid that's just fucking incredible. Oh, it's actually brought his eyeballs have exploded, projectile vomit, liquid out of both ends covering all the flat surfaces, and Don just walks past. Oh fuck, I'm so sorry. Oh, little Joris, get him on ice. We can bring him back. It's okay. I don't think he wants to come back. Oh, no. Oh, go on then. Ultra fine shipping. Let's see if they'll last more than... I mean, like that was not a good test of the weapons because we didn't get to see the explosive side effect of all of those shots hitting simultaneously. It was too much for that little ship. Whereas the trader ships, although they're obviously not very powerful, they're not very durable compared to what we've got right now, they do have a lot more body to them. So hopefully we'll see more of the projectiles actually hit here, but I want to see quite the explosion that everything will make when it all kicks off. So we've got the arc light cannons, we've got the Borealis, we've got the little Dagons. Did I fire the Dragonfire cannons? I believe so. And then we got the Banishers for what little it's worth. Go on then. Round 2, here we are. I want to see our heat capacity, realistically. Man, it's so good. Fucking hell. Go on then. Ah, there we go. That's better. Now we can actually see the truly explosive effects here. It is quite literally just going to melt it. But I'm interested to see the actual explosions that'll go off here. The drop pod's coming in. I don't entirely know why. Fuck, the lasers are destroying it faster than the other projectiles can even get there. That's nuts. I never expected that. Wow. Look, the lasers are... They're wrecking it way faster than the other... Oh, they're going to land. Here we go. No, they're not. Oh, come on. You've got to land eventually. That's hilarious. I think a couple of them hit there. But I think once again... Oh my god, even a regular trade ship we can't see our projectiles hit because the lasers are just too fucking good. Oh, these didn't even stand a goddamn chance, and I think they're the impressive ones too. Right, we got another... Was that another robot trader that just turned up there, or was that still a notification from this one? These things are just disgusting. Oh my god, we haven't even seen the fucking spinal barrel laser, have we? John Traders? That wasn't the people we were fighting. John Traders is a different one. And we've got Pugak Interstellar Exotic Goods. Okay, let's fire just these ones. Let's fire just the spinal laser this time. See how effective that is. Look, we know the big lasers don't need any more testing. We know they work. We know they're powerful. Let's forget about those. And let's just instead fire you. Let's see how effective this thing is by itself. Assuming we haven't broken the game here. Okay, go on, little laser. I believe in you. Ship debris. I couldn't care less. Yes! That's what we're after. Each one of these had 75%, and we've got a total of many. A total of many. 170 times 75. You guys can do the maths on that one. Come on. Come on, let's see what this does by itself. It'll pop their shields, and I think that's probably just about it. I hate to say it. Boom. Boom. Oh! It's quite impressive. But again, it is just single target, you know? So it'll hit something and destroy it instantly, but it'll only destroy instantly the thing it hits. I want to fire just these. I want to fire just these by themselves. Right, go. Go in there. Because these guys haven't had a chance yet because the bloody lasers have kept taking the spotlight off of them. Alright, here we go. It's going to take a long time for those to get there, right? Hostile ship detected. Oh, that's new. I love that their heat capacity is blown just from our one laser. Right, this is going to be interesting, because these things, I recall, are the really, really powerful ones, aren't they? Yep, something like that. Oh, man. I mean, it's all well and good us being, you know, entertained by this, but, man, I just love that leaving behind this massive trail of plasma. It's all well and good us being entertained by this, but we need to see how effective it is against an actual ship of our tier. Another hostile ship detected. Oh, it's just a small satellite. I don't care about that. I think any one of our selection of weapons is powerful enough to rip apart anybody we choose to fight, right? Wow, look at that. What a light show. I mean, it's still down to the... Oh, well, they actually got a counter shot out. That's quite impressive. Is that the end of it now? Explosion's done. Here comes the next volley. That's quite cool that the fact the next volley's already there before the others have kind of really finished exploding there as well. Holy crap. You know what? I expected our heat capacity to be a bit better. I'm actually genuinely quite surprised that we're pushing heat that high. I feel like our heat management is not going to be sufficient. I hate to say it. I expected far more than that. Ship battle over? Oh, God. Wow, look at that Ultra Instinct. Sidesteps it. Oh. Mal, are you actually going to survive that? Christ. We got some anti-grain warheads right by the bridge. I suppose it's to stop boarding parties. Probably not so relevant when you're against the mighty Joris Ascendant. God, I hope we can fight something big. That's the end of the weapon test. I won't fight any more trade ships or any shit like that. Now we will just put our attention on the big fights. And goodbye. Wow, there actually was debris left behind from this ship. First ship we've actually come across that's left something behind. Right, okay. Let's let someone else come to us at this point, right? So abandoned enemy ship. Hocus, you need to stop scanning. Please, for the love of God, get away from there. What is the Golden Armada? Save our ship to add on Golden Armada. Oh, okay. Is this an actual combat, perhaps? I could fuck with that. Okay, let's see what we're up against then. This one's taking quite a while to spawn in. The Golden Armada. What are you like? Show me. Oh, wow. That's fucking cool, huh? Golden. Oh, it's just like a golden ship. It does have some of the, got the Zarkotech engines there. Oh, man. So these are Arco level, enemies. And look, they've even got the Halo Eruptor. Right. We've got a potential actual combat situation this time, people. Can we get these things loaded? I was kind of hoping they would. Oh, let's set rearm. It's got to be rearm, right? No idea. Rearm, refuel, something like that. Maybe load, maybe deliver. I have no idea. We'll set this to higher priority. Shields are online. Shields ready to go. Just give them hell. Just pound it. Let's get all the lasers firing at that one. These guys can fire at you. We'll get the Borealis to fire at you. And we get the Dagon to fire at, I guess that one doesn't really matter too much. And as for the Banisher cannons, I want those on the main ship. Bring them down. And then you can fire at that one, because that one's not getting enough attention otherwise. Okay, let's see what we can do against a proper, I think a proper enemy vessel. Enemy shield broken due to lack of heat capacity. Unsurprisingly, they are being fucking melted. This seems to be like a lower tier Arco enemy. So let's not take this one for much either. Yeah, they seem quite a low tier one as well. Oh, man. Well, there goes the Golden Armada. You poor boys. Fuck, that one is just gone. Look, even our little lasers are ripping them apart. Those are just the Dagon turrets, right? Oh, you poor fuckers. That feels just unnecessarily cruel. Oh, that looks awesome, though. Goodbye, Golden Armada. It was nice knowing you for those brief few seconds. Oh, that's good, yeah. That's real spicy. That's real spicy. I'm not even going to bother looting that. Let's just fucking... Cool guys don't look at explosions. Just leave. Just get out of there. What else we got here, then? A colony ship. I know I said I wasn't going to fight anything that didn't want to fight us back, but a colony ship is premium war crimes. This series, despite everything we've done, has been very lacking in war crimes. We haven't eaten a man. We haven't turned someone's dog into a hat. We haven't turned their son into a sofa. There's been a lot of lacking in the war crimes variety. A colony ship, that's war crimes. That's fucking war crimes. Look at it. Oh, I'm so excited to be at my new home, Mummy, says tiny child number 7. Oh, we'll be there soon. Mummy, can we have a house by the river? It's just poetry. It is just poetry. Wow. Wow. Hostile ship detected. Yeah, me too. Oh, they're firing back. Well, you might as well go down swinging, huh? It's quite impressive. Please don't scan anymore. We don't need any more ships on our radar. Fuck yeah, they did a good job, huh? Energy was the one thing I was concerned about. Heat I wasn't bothered by, but actually it's quite the opposite scenario, isn't it? I was worried that we wouldn't have enough capacitors for all these big old fuck off lasers. But the real problem is definitely the actual heat. And again, I think when we fight a vessel that can really clap back hard with proper weaponry, I think our heat might be our downfall. We can't just keep being a galactic bully forever. I think eventually a much bigger, stronger bully is going to eat us. And in the words of Qui-Gon Jinn, there's always a bigger Joris. No. Not the one. Credit to these guys for surviving as long as they did that. It is quite impressive. We've not won this yet. Oh my god, have they got another bridge through the... Well, they won't for long. Goodbye, my friends. Excellent. Excellent work. I'm for one really impressed by this. This isn't sped up or anything. You know, normally I've sped up these ship fights. This isn't sped up. Again, when we fight a ship that's probably like Ascended Joris tier, I think we're probably going to have some serious lag with it. But as it's just us firing off, you know, shit, it's going fine. I thought our ship would just be game breaking in its own right, but no, we're doing pretty good. Just to double check, none of the it's not like I a hole in the heat grid or something. Everything's definitely connected, isn't it? Certainly looks like it anyway. Yeah, that's fucking nuts that our heat capacity is so low by comparison. This connects up there. That all connects. Yeah, it does all connect up. Wow. Shit. That might be our downfall. I think if anything is going to be our downfall, it's going to be that. It's the lack of heat capacity compared to, you know, especially that ship that we saw before, but more importantly, based on our size as well. I think we're letting ourselves down with that. We might have good heat transfer rate, though. Bear in mind, we've got a lot of tiny Ultratech heat cores, you know, kind of these nano-style ones, with many, many coolers to them. Our actual heat, sure, we might not have a massive heat overhead, but our ability to disperse and get rid of heat is probably massive. It's probably gigantic, given that most of our ship is almost 0 Kelvin. I think we're doing quite good on that front. So, tomorrow then... Oh, God, look at Runtime GC fucking freaking out. Tomorrow then, we will hopefully get into some ship combat, and we will see if I've finally cracked the code to big, strong, nasty spaceship. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, of course, to our executive producers over on the final month of Coffee before we move back to Patreon for their support in keeping the channel going. I apologize, I'm kind of lost on where we are on these lists because of kind of the days that I've had off every now and again, but I'm pretty sure that today the shout-out goes out to Hoopaloop, Jobo Daddy, Out of All Context, Daedric Daikatana, Voodoo Mumbo, Salentally, Tom P, Ciala, Bokbin, and Potarted for their support, the executive coffee producers. Of course, everybody over at the executive coffee producers for their support in keeping the channel going. And a thank you as well goes out to Hoofenspiel, Marcus Absent, Extra Small, Shlomo, Bizarro Jesus, Rovery, But I'm Homeless, Fativan, Riley Ann, Bordoon, Jumpin' Jack, Paracosm, Mazda 2000, and Saint Raccoon as well for their support over at Coffee. See you guys tomorrow for Ship Combat.